Okay, what's up everybody? It's your favorite Clone Commander's favorite nerd, and today we're going to be talking about the second set of the exclusives, the Toys R Us exclusives, Battle of Geonosis, Jedi Knights, Que-Mars Redath, Khaat Qiyn, Selig Kengenn, and then Clone Captain Deviss, which is the throwaway. But we're not going to call them that. We're going to call them Alien, Mullet Head, Mach 5, and the Clone Commander. Alright, so packaging is fairly standard. Paint is a lot better on the pictures than it is on the figures, but, you know, whatever. Let's get them out of the box and take a look at them. Okay, so they're out of the package, and standing at the moment. I can tell you right off the top, they're 3 3/4 figures. So, what am I upset that they don't have? Say it together, class. That's right, stands. I've already noticed a few paint errors, but let's get into them. We'll go into them bit by bit, okay? No, you know what? Let's talk about the stands a little bit more. Because why don't these companies care about you, the collector, me, the collector, the consumer, that buys these figures and then can't set them up? You ever try to set up a lot of these things? You got a shelf with a whole bunch of these things on it? I do. You want to know how it goes? Take a look. Oh, what the f... Son of a... God... Oh, you know what? Forget it. Okay, so here's the Clone Commander. Let's just go through them. Head's on a ball joint. We got a waist swivel. Actually, it's kind of it's on a ball joint. Limited, but the clone armor hides it really well. Universal joints for the shoulders. Elbow hinge. Wrist swivel. Hips are on a swivel. Knee hinge, get a little less than 90 degrees. Ankle hinge and swivel, like a universal joint. And then we got a long blaster rifle with a little bit of paint there. And a little blaster with some paint on it as well. So, you know, it's nice to throw some paint on there. It's nice to get the paint there and the paint there, paint there. Little stuff that they don't have to do, but they do. You know, it's that's the name of the game. So this guy's cool. You know, just complaint in the complaint department. 2 guns, and when it comes to toys and guns, what's the saying again, class? And that's right. Nothing exceeds like excess. I like it. I like the participation. So I think they could have done with 1. What I do like is that the trigger fingers fit fairly nicely, better on this one than the other, as you can see there and there. Alright, let's get into the others. Okay, as for Alien, the draw of the pack, I would say, he's pretty cool, mold-wise. Head's probably reused. I'm not sure, though, because the ponytail looks new, but that might just be glued on. Actually, it does look like maybe it is molded on, so that's nice. Paint on the little ropes or whatever, bands hanging, you know, keeping the hair together. Cloth cape or cloak, which is cool. You can't really get the hood on him because he's got the ponytail, unless you really maneuver the ponytail down in there and then get it on, and then that's pretty cool. So head's on a ball joint. Shoulders universal, hinged elbows, swivel wrists. Comes with a green lightsaber. Hinged, or swivel rather, hips greatly hindered by the cloak. Hinge knee. Ankles, it's got the hinge and the swivel. The same with the knee, hinge and the swivel. And it's the same for the Clone Trooper too. I'm not sure if I said that. Paint on him is meh. That's just plastic there. You got some detail on the belt, but you know, no washes, no anything, nothing special, just like normal. But, you know, he's the draw of the pack, and he's pretty cool. As for old Mach 5 here, you get 2 lightsabers, I guess, because you don't get a cloak. No washes. Same articulation as the others, it looks like. Same problems. Face is a little fat, the molding around the neck. But, you know, nice eye detail. A little zoom in action. Nice eye detail. And cool lightsabers, but, you know, nothing special. Everything seems to be in order, no problems. And got a little bit of paint there on the belt, and that's it for him. And lastly, Mullet Head, who actually turns out to be a female, which just explains the mullet. Hood works a little bit better with this one, but you know how these cloth hoods are. They never quite, they don't have the weight to kind of give you the real look that you want, like that. Pardon my dogs. And same articulation. This looks like a more of a unique mold to me in the torso department. Head's a new mold, obviously, and yeah, she's probably my favorite of the group. I like when they put female human characters, especially strong characters in it. Having 2 daughters, it's nice that they do that. It's not common. It's probably one of the reasons why it was an exclusive set and sold as a 3-pack, rather than any other. I have some problems with the joint on this one. Rather than it's upside down. Whatever, easy fix, but just lazy. But yeah, rather than sold separately because they were probably worried about the sales. So it's nice to have characters like this in the collection. Let's get them all lined up and take another look. So here they are all together again, a little bit posed up, and they look really cool. But it's the same problems as before. It's a $30 set on sale, regularly $40, I believe. You get 1 throwaway figure that you've got 1 million of, and then you get 3. Can you see these? New figures. And it's just, if you're going to get one over the other, I highly recommend the set that I did before. If you haven't seen that, you can go back in my archives and watch that. They're just a little bit more interesting, a little bit more visually interesting. I think they bring a little bit more to the table, whereas these are kind of plain Jane. Now, I'm a Jedi freak, so for me to have as many different Jedi as possible, it's awesome for me. But if you're a little bit more choosy than I am, not only do I respect you more than I respect myself, but I advise you to get the other pack over this one if you're going to get any at all. The exclusives have been pretty subpar, in my opinion, and I feel like exclusives, because exclusives involve a little bit more of the hunt, which I'm all about. I enjoy the hunt, but they just involve a little bit more of the hunt unless you're going to pay out the nose for them on some internet site somewhere. The amount of work that it goes into kind of the legwork to get these figures, if you're going to get one batch, I advise the other ones. But neither of them are hateful, especially if you're a Jedi freak. And then you always got 1 extra clone to throw in your basket of clone troopers. Or try to sell in one of the various groups. Shout out to Greg for Mercy and Cybertronian or Cybertron Cafe. It's a good Transformer trading site if you guys are not familiar. So yeah, that's it. Here's a little bit of a scale. I don't have Daredevil at the moment, but Scarlet Witch, she's more articulated and she doesn't look as real. Like these guys got a little bit more realism going on, but she's taller and a little bit more articulated, a little bit more fun. Although I'm not crazy about the ball joints on the hips on those figures, but we'll get back to that at another point in time. And what the heck? There's Starscream, because he's just sitting right there. Classic Starscream. All right, so till next time, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care. Well, that didn't go as expected.